Hello everyone in YouTube land. Welcome to our first video where we mount a GoPro to a Bubba or Mabel or some sort of couch style towable. We've got some sort of a Havasu because our model last year ripped apart, so kind of jumped on it late. Got a new Havasu, a new GoPro 9 Max. Got some good stabilization features. You can see it also has this floating and protective case on it. So that's going to be our objective there, is to mount it up off the towable. Last year we used the clip, and although it didn't fall off, it was very unstable and did not give a good viewing angle. So this year we've got these nice little clamp mounts, and as you can see, we've got some PVC pipe too. Later clip. All right. So we also have to protect our passengers by wrapping the PVC in some pool noodles. Hopefully it's tool free as well. It'll slide in and slide out, and hopefully this whole thing floats, so if, in case it falls off or breaks apart. So let's go straight into it. This is what's called 3/4 inch PVC. It's 1 inch outside, but they label it by the internal diameter. So get 3/4 if you're going to use a 1 inch internal diameter float or a pool noodle for insulation. So 3/4 inch PVC, 1 inch pool noodles. Make sure you bring your measuring tape with you. We also cut some of these 4-inch and 6-inch PVC pipes and had the kids mock up some initial designs. But while designing, we also noticed this left-right running PVC pipe. It gets entrapped by that gray piece. This is an important design consideration because those gray pieces get pulled snug. Also, side note, get a real PVC cutter. I did it with a hacksaw and it was a complete mess. Those actual PVC cutters, keep it very clean and it'll save you a lot of time and effort in cleaning up. So let's jump right in. This is my initial design. You can slide in, slide out. Kind of has like a top and a front cradle. Hopefully those gray straps wrap around it and pull tight. So when operating this, you have to thread that upper toe strap down through this lower toe strap, giving that great gray pulling mechanism to keep everything tight. So that's why we built our PVC pipes in the middle there. This is our initial build, our initial trial. You'll notice the vertical post. It's a little bit long. We might have to trim it up. But when you apply vertical pressure, I'm worried about it sagging. It's a little too far back, closest to the occupants. Let's move it forward. So I flipped that T-bone on top. Now our little 45 and our GoPro mount are a little further forward. Hopefully the weight and the jarring of that won't make it change attitude when bouncing. Next really important thing are these 90-degree angle brackets on the outboard. Notice when we pull tension, these 90s will pop right there. They're receiving torsion from that tension, that gray strap. So we want to set them to just the right angle. So let's move into framing it up and actually gluing this thing together. We can use some $10 cement. We don't need the primer. We're not pressurizing this thing. In fact, less is more because we don't need a big goopy mess. So get some of that excess bonding agent off your applicator. Apply it to the inside, or both sides if you wish. Here we are, we've bonded one side and got some foam, some protective foam, but make sure you put that foam on first. One thing I did learn is you only need glue on the inside of the female piece. So for example right here, only apply it to your left side. We've got it framed up most of the way, and we're about to do this really important 90-degree bend to pull tension. Notice it's inverse. We're taking an angle from the other side so it looks funky. To the viewer, I apologize. But make sure this 90-degree, maybe a little bit less than 90. Let's see how it turns out. So we've got glued up monstrosity here. Notice I didn't put any protective stuff at the bottom. I didn't think people would be smacking on it. I did a little bit less than a 90-degree angle on those outboard joints. Try to, when it pulls tension, hopefully this thing stays in one spot. We put some top cap that you don't see in the video here, and it should float. Let's test it out, guys.